what I was doing out there. Just got earning my respect.
The Detroit Lions select Darius Slay, defensive back, Mississippi State.
Turn my headphones up. Louder.
Okay, we got, what episode is this, Aaron?
24.
Episode 24. We got my guy, a.k.a. Big Play Slay, Super Bowl champ in the building. My dog, thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming in. So, we are doing the solo dolo shot. No tequila from my guy here. But, last episode, how do you say this, Aaron? Pantalones? Mm-hmm. Shout out to Matthew McConaughey. The thing broke. Aaron, we got a care package on the way, right? So we got a care package from them. We're working on the sponsors. We ain't Big Play podcast yet. We're going to get there. So I'm going to take the solo dolo shot to kick it off. We got the Super Bowl champ here. So how this works, Slay, we got our guy, Dwight Manfredi. Mm-hmm. We got somewhat of a sponsor. We do a W segment. And we're going to kick it off with the W segment because we are a Super Bowl champ. That's a big dub right there. So Luke.
Yeah. Slay don't drink. Can't do it.
Slay don't drink.
That's like he burnt his chest.
So, I actually want to get right to the adversity standpoint. So, it was 2 years ago you guys lost to the Chiefs, right?
Yep, 2 years.
So 2 years ago, I like to say we because I was training them for it. And we just could not get past Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's cool to be around you now because you know how I am about greatness. There's only one great. Shout out to LeBron. We'll get involved in that, but. Did you have the vision of coming back eventually? When they always show like the confetti falling and you're on the losing side of it. Did you have that motivation or sensation of like we'll be back, or what was going through your thoughts on if we could have won the first one and what happened after you lost that first Super Bowl?
Oh man, it was like a crazy feeling for sure. Cause like I said, you see the confetti falling and there's a whole different color, so you can just see the difference of the feeling. So I had a great chance of thinking of like, okay, I want to, we want to come back, but just knowing how to, the business work, I knew that my contract was getting ready to be up.
Okay.
So hopefully I was like, man, if I'm an Eagle again, at that time, I'm like, we could come back, and thankfully, I could be signed with the Eagles later on that in the off season, and that was the main mission, just to get back there. And I knew we had the talent to do it, the team to do it, the whole staff to do it. So. We took advantage of a great opportunity. I know our 23-year winning is not as good as we thought it would wanted to, but then it came back 24. Yeah, we had to go handle
Who do we lose to in 23? What happened with that?
Well,
year?
we lost in 23 was we would start off hot. We was like 10-0.
Okay, that was that year.
Yeah,
okay.
and then something like that, and then we just had like we just weren't playing complete football, definitely on the defensive side. So it was rough path. Then we went on like a 5-game losing streak. Mm-hmm. And then I tore my meniscus, so it was rough that year. And then went to the playoffs, lost to the first round in the Bucks. So that was a rough year. Then we came back. I said 25. Man.
I'm glad he brought that up. So he tore his meniscus, and then this was it 24 summer. Yeah, 24 summer. We worked and strengthened that tremendously and got through what we could. So he was doing things that he technically wasn't. As explosive and stuff, but he was able to still get the job done and do everything he was doing. So, with that, you had the signing of Saquon. When you guys made that signing, was that like, okay, 20 this year is the deal? What was that feeling for you like?
Man, that feeling was just how, when we signed AJ in 22. That's, what I'm saying? So it seemed like every time we signed a big name star, and, definitely it just come. It's not like we go to the Super Bowl, so we all know how we need to be doing is need to find probably another big name star so we can go to the Super Bowl again. Because right now we two for two getting there. We 1 for 1, in the game. But signing Saquon, man, it was crazy, man. I didn't see it coming, but I was like hearing about it. I'm like, it's no way. And then we're definitely without a business work with the cap space and all that kind of great stuff like that. And we just everybody always asks that question is how we do it. And he does a great job with putting numbers together or whatever, but man, when we signed him, it was either a Super Bowl or bust. That's how we felt as a team, but we knew the work that we had to put in, though. We ain't just saying, we just go win off pure talent. We kind of was a team that was, like, dedicated, focused on just doing the little things right because we knew if we did the little things right, nobody was going to beat us because we were just so talented. So we just made sure we focus in on details, and you can see, we started off 2-2, and then after that, shit, we went on a 16-game win streak or something like that.
Yeah.
And whoo, crazy.
When Saquon got to you guys, obviously he had a sense of motivation because technically speaking, he wasn't welcome in New York.
Crazy.
First thing, did you feel like he was still the Saquon, like he's still that dude?
Yeah.
Prior to that.
Easily. See, not though, it's just like playing, when we used to play the Giants, we just knew they was not, they wouldn't just had everything on every level like we did as the Eagles. Like we knew our D-line will get on their O-line because we was better. And Saquon used to have to do a lot of things on himself, like on his own to make plays in New York. But we knew in Philly, we ranked at least top 2 O-line in the league. We knew if he get behind a line like this, it's going to be like crazy. And you see the results of it, 2,000 yards easily with a guy with A.J. Brown and with Smitty throwing the ball. A.J. went for 1,000, so yeah, like, man. And to see him do it just reminds you of stuff like as in if Barry Sanders was behind Emmitt Smith O-line back in the day with Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kind of vision you see it now. That's basically what it is now. We finally get to see one of the greatest running backs, I feel, as in get behind the O-line. That's one of the greatest O-line produced. And you see the results, and you see 2,000 yards with ease, like easy.
I think what I want people to understand too, you have Jalen Hurts. And this is, me, I don't know football like that. That's more of Taj and your guys' world. But it's cool. We'll talk about the LeBron segment, how we got there. But Jalen Hurts, Saquon, A.J. Brown, now that I know who that is, he's legit for you guys. You have yourself.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith is another big name. So I would like to know what was the mindset, because I'm all about greatness and pursuing, especially after a loss. Like we talk about that loss. When you guys got Saquon and you guys got a quarterback like Jalen, and you can speak more about Jalen on his leadership, and even you sitting back watching the game, the Super Bowl and the playoff run, and the crowd love towards you. There's a lot of respect towards you, and I'm just saying it because you're my client. We're not, but people actually respect you, and you have that leadership mentality. So how was it going into this year when you basically assembled the Avengers, like we were talking about the Olympic gold?
Yeah,
because that is, dude. Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, you, big play Slay, Saquon. What is the vision going into that training camp? Hey, we got Saquon. Who's the leader of this team? How did you contribute to that team and this pursuit of greatness? Because you said Super Bowl bust. So I want to get in the trenches of the mindset of that before, training camp even started.
Yeah, so after we signed it, like, a lot of us kind of like be all in group chats, you know what I'm saying? And then, of course, when the news came, hey, but we signed this Saquon, like me, A.J. Smitty, all us, some of my closest friends and some of the guys on the defensive side for sure, like Vontae and all them guys, we like, hey, this it, like, shoot, we done did something with, not saying the most less talent, but because I think our team was always talented, but, we had guys that's different type of game makers, and put a guy in the backfield as in Saquon in the backfield, it was like, that's it. This is like a matching puzzle. So when we got that in, we just knew, and starting from training camp in, like coming to OTAs, you just talking about it, and then me being in 2 different organizations, like, I was in Detroit, not saying Detroit was not thinking of a Super Bowl, but it was more like they make it to the playoffs. They like we made it to the playoffs.
Yeah,
like
that's good enough.
Yeah, that's good enough. I'm not saying it's not good enough. They want to win it, but this is like that's a real successful year for them. And then they got a change program now for sure. Now they looking at themselves as in Super Bowl or bust too now. But when I was there, we've been to the playoffs twice, and I was there for 7 years. And shoot, I was 3 and something, 6 and something. So, but coming to Philly when I got traded, like. My first time experiencing another playoffs with Philly, they was like, what? Like, that's like normal for them. You know what I'm saying? They don't even get excited. Don't get excited about winning the NFC East. None of that. They cool with the NFC Championship, winning that because that gets you to the Super Bowl. But they like, this is what we brand. And you know what I'm saying? So when you get that feeling and you get that brand into you, it's just like it's a good thing. And I always appreciate the Eagles facility and all them because they keep some of the best vets around. A lot of guys when they get older, teams be like, I want to go younger and don't have no type of leadership.
Yeah.
And that's a big role in the game. And I can say that with us because they got me, BG, Lane Johnson, they had Jason Kells. They keep what they bred, they keep it home. They don't let it, the spirit them well. They don't want to share their greatness of leadership with another organization. They don't want to let them do that. And Fletcher Cox as well. So And that's why I think we did. It was great because they set the foundation and people make sure to keep that foundation going. And with me coming in and being the captain when I first got my first seed, I understood why I got it because like I carried that way already, but I was just in another organization. But when I came here, I fit right in. And with Hurts being a great leader, AJ being a great leader, like that was a great match for us. And we just really like dedicated ourselves every day. And, some of the best in the world going against each other every day. Like I want to be this great without going against Calvin and AJ every day, or Marvin Jones and all them kind of guys. So yeah, man, it's the leadership we had, and I think that's what separated a lot of us. And that's why I think it's like great players that stay at an organization for so long. They make sure the foundation stays stable.
Yeah, and I'm going to circle back to a couple things. So for somebody, people will know, but he was with Detroit for how many years?
7.
So he was with Detroit for 7 years, and I've been training you for what?
Well, shoot, I've been finna be 13, 11, because I was getting trained in right before I came into the league in my rookie years after my rookie years when I started training, because that's when I got close with GQ and all that.
Okay, so cool, yeah. 11 years, and I want to bring up Glover Quinn, GQ. I would say, because this is going to get to I would say this is going to get to you becoming a captain and being the way you operate, because I always talk with Dre and these older guys now that I feel, at least, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that this new wave of younger athletes and potential talent, they don't have the same work ethic and push that guys like GQ and yourself that you developed. Would you feel like you agree with that? Like
easily.
Okay.
It's not even close.
Okay, so we'll get back to that because I want to hear some experiences on that. But with that, what is it in Detroit that helped molded you to become Darius Slay, big play? I mean, you made your name for big play Slay, but what was it in Detroit that showed like what it is to be a pro? Because we met LeBron and you see 22 years of greatness. Yeah. I would put you in that same category, even though you only got 1 ring. Football's different. Just kidding. I would put you in that category because I admire that you show up on time, you work hard, you do the things you don't want to do, and you're not doing it for social media. You don't have 20 camera guys.
Never.
Not at all.
Hell no.
What is it in Detroit that helped molded you and become who you are and help translate you to Philly? Because I would say when GQ retired, all decks were on you. Right. Now it's time for you to shine.
Well, yeah. So I had some great
and going against Megatron too. On top of that,
he whooped my ass every day. But it was just great leadership by Glover Quinn and Rasheed Mathis. When I got drafted, they drafted me as a young corner.
What were you? Huh? What were you draft pick wise?
Second round, 36 pick.
Okay.
Yeah, so when I got drafted, what I was told was that they wanted GQ to kind of like guide me in a kind of way. So. And the best way of doing that is being locker mates. So GQ was my locker mate for my whole Detroit career while I was there with him. And, we built a great relationship, great everything. So we built a great relationship, and it made me trust him more than ever every day. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the first ones that reached out to me when I got drafted. Hey, we go come in here. First thing he said, go come in here, we go work. That was it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't with no, like, it was like, now I ain't gonna say not a congratulations, but it was that because he still, he don't know me from a can of paint. He just, hey, they told me, hey, you go work. So I'm like, cool, bet. I ain't got no problem. And at this time, it was just me and him.
Yeah.
Rasheed Mathis wasn't there yet. He was just coming off the year in Jacksonville. They were just, he was a free agent trying to see what he's going to do. So at the time, it was just me and GQ, and I'm just sitting in the locker room talking with him all the time. I'm just a new kid, 21 years old, just trying to really find a way to fit in. Not in a way to fit in because I was a chill dude. I'm not really, I'm a talkative dude when I know you. But most likely, if I don't know you too much, I'm just go, see how it is. I try to check the vibe out. And the vibe was with him was just like, work. And I saw the work he was putting in. And at that time, he just signed a deal for like 25 M's. I said, I needed that. I need that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? So whatever he needed doing, I need to be doing because I'm trying to get that type of money to take care of my family as well. So, man, we just are watching them work every day on the side, just doing drills when everybody else going, just standing there, just looking, taking a knee at practice. So I merged myself over there like, shit, what you doing? I need to do what you're doing. And that's what happened. And that's what it came from. He built me, him then. Then Rasheed Mathis came in, told me everything I needed to know. And because he played a position, Glover played the safety position. We worked together, but he did not. Not saying he couldn't teach me corner stuff, but he's just not the corner guy. So then Rasheen came in and took me right under his wing, and he was in Jacksonville for 12 years, and he was an all-pro. He was a Pro Bowl corner. He was everything I wanted to be as a corner position. And he did the same thing. And then I lost my spot. I was starting at my first 2 weeks. I was starting corner. I lost my spot both weeks to Rasheen. Got beat on some plays. They put Rasheen in,
Okay.
and then went to the next week, play Arizona. Got myself benched again, and right when I got benched the second time, and that's why I always appreciate them type of vets, because when I got benched, he walked up to me and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna be your guidebook. Just read the guidebook, because this is your DB room. This is going to be your DB room one day." And you know what I'm saying? And I took it as I'm like, dang, because as a kid, you like, man, this old man, he's 34 years old, just took my spot. And I'm like, bro, I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? But as the whole time, he really guided me to be the leader that, I need to be for this, the organization, that group.
And that was your Kobe airball.
Yeah,
You
basically.
moment, basically.
Basically, yeah. Yep, basically Kobe airball. And he took it from there, because he could have been like, he couldn't have said nothing, just did his job and just play ball, play this role. But no, he told me like, hey, I'm here, but this is your spot. Like, this is you. This is go be your secondary. You go be the man over here. I'm gonna make sure you that.
So at that point in time, though, when you were benched again, even though he's giving you that positive feedback, did you question yourself as a talent?
Not really question.
What was going through your head?
It was not really a question. It's more of a thought, like as in like, what am I doing wrong? Because like that, during them 2 games, I was making plays. I know my first play of the game, my first big play I made was after I got my first play. The first play of the game was my worst play ever, probably as in my career, because I got welcome to the league quick. Because Adrian Peterson just came off his ACL tear, and he went for the MVP that year, 2013. And I was the first play of the game. It was 80 yards off the first kickoff. He shook me and went for 80. Tub. I'm like, God damn, this is the NFL. You know what I'm saying? But then the next drive, I had a PBU that caused a pick. And I had like 4 PBUs quick, because they were just trying, because I'm a rookie. But then I gave up a dig and go for like 60, but he didn't score, but we tackled him. But they were like, nah, get him out. So it's like, because they ain't going to say they was picking on me, but they were just throwing the ball at me every play. And they just, I guess, our coaches was kind of like in the hot seat, because they got fired that year. So it's like, man, we're going with the veteran presence. No, we ain't got time to put my job on the rookie, which is understood. So that kind of was like messing with my confidence, as in just my mindset. But knowing I can play, I knew I could play, because I was making plays. And boom, like I said, then Sheen just like, this is your room. Like, you the man. You go be the man. So, and like I said, eventually I became that man. And
Yeah.
Proud of me for sure.
Couple things. So shout out to GQ.
Yeah.
Because he was somebody I gravitated towards too, because the work ethic, the show up on time,
Yeah.
putting in the work, never complaining. When you first came in with him to us, obviously you trusted him, but what was it about our training that you were like, okay, I need this, I like this to be successful? Because you can work out with everybody. And till this day, you could have for like 11 years, and you've never wavered, and you've always been down with us. So why? What was it then, and what was it now that continues to rock with us? So, especially you've seen the loops of where we've been.
Yeah. So just GQ just like, hey man, let's just come train with me this off season. So I'm like, all right, because I at that time, I was working out when I came out of the combine, I was working out in Tampa at this place called the Compound.
Okay.
So I was in Tampa. It was ran by like his name was what his name was. Dang, I forgot.
I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah,
I know Bob Marito.
He in Florida too, but nah. I won't raise with him. It was I forgot his dog name. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I forgot his name. But I was over there because Deion sent me there, because Deion and Rod Wilson was my mentor coming out for the draft. Okay. I stayed probably like 3 weeks with Rod. And, he helping me watch film and break it down. Me and Deion was always talking. We talk all the time now.
Who's Deion? Deion Sanders?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was my mentor coming in, like, because when I had...
Oh, I had no idea, man.
So
awesome.
when I had signed my agent was his agent.
Wow.
Eugene Parker, rest his soul, God rest his soul. So he was like the corner guru. Like, they just get corners paid. So I signed with him, and he was Rod Wilson agent. He was Deion agent. So I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah.
So then he interact with them. and made me like connect with him. It was like crazy. Like I said, I went to Oakland and California, staying with like Rod in his house. I'm almost in shock mode because I'm in his house, so I'm doing some like fanboy shit, taking pictures of it. I'm taking pictures of all these jerseys. I'm like, bro, I am not in his house. I am in his house. You know what I'm saying?
We're always fans first.
You know what I'm saying?
I always tell people we're never too cool for that.
I
shit,
never was
man.
too cool, so I was taking pictures. I'm like, man, this is crazy. So at the time, he was like teaching me formations, the 12, because I didn't know nothing about 12 personnel, none of that kind of junk, the wide trips, all that. They didn't know the names and stuff, because that would they ask you that stuff at the combine. So, but yeah, they had they all kind of like went under the same trainer. So I just went over there to the, kind of like they gym.
Yeah.
Where they kind of had that. So I went over there with him, and then after that, shoot, I trusted GQ all during the season because I ended up getting the starting position back because Chris Houston had got hurt. So I was a starting corner, and now we've been working with each other. Then GQ like, man, look, I'm gonna try to do my best to set you up to be as best you can possibly be. So everything he got, I got. We got this. I say we got the same trainers. We got the same financial team. Only thing we probably got different is our agent. So I just like trusting them. And then, when I came here, I seen like the guys that's in there working. I see nothing but some of the best in the world. I saw Dre in there. Yeah. And, and Foster.
Yeah.
And
it's a great time.
And you know what I'm saying? I seen all Brendan LaFell because I played against him in college. And so I'm like, okay, they got like natural dudes that kind of like dogs that already was in the league that kind of like already
Different
had.
era.
You know what I'm saying? Already had kind of like the name for being dogs. So I'm like, all right, this might be where I need to be for the show. And, so going in with working, then I came to my second year, and progress was great. Started all 16 games, healthy, didn't been injured, ain't missed none. I said, yeah, well, this is the routine I need to be staying on. So it's like, so this is my routine. So then, as you see, as you got going on, the years going. Now we're 11 years in, going on 12. So
that's love, man. I really appreciate
so
it.
like, man, nah, ain't nobody need to. And then, shoot, y'all know everything wrong with me. I'm like, yeah.
And the crazy thing is like I've been around this industry now for so while, and a lot of these it becomes so wishy-washy and flaky.
Yeah.
You give somebody a great service and then you don't hear from them.
Right.
So like I pride myself on guys like you and GQ and Dre. It's like watch the link, man. Our track record gives you 10 plus years, Hall of Fame, this type of like, I'm not doing the work like that you guys, but I'm pushing you guys to the path of greatness. And it's like, why would you not want to follow this path? And what I was getting at with that is I feel like in this generation or just the world we live in now, the work becomes too much for people, man.
It is.
I really feel that way. And I have to back off on how to push people. Yeah. And that takes away from who I am as a trainer and as a coach. Mm-hmm. And I just want to give you your guys' flowers because you guys never wavered. You trusted the process. And because of that, you guys have excelled tremendously. You guys put the work in. We just give you guys the tools to not get injured and be explosive and be fast. And I think one of the big things of that was what game was it that I texted you about the chase down? You had got beat on a cover 2. Was that what it was? Or something was cover 2 and then you had to come back and chase down somebody. What game was that? You know what I'm talking about?
Was it this year?
It was this year. It was this year. You pushed the guy into the linebacker, and the linebacker didn't do his job, so you came back around and had to chase him down.
Oh, I forgot. I remember what play. I remember you texted me about it. I don't forgot what play that was.
Was it man or cover 2?
Ooh, I'm trying to think. Dang, what play that was?
Think about it. The reason why I'm bringing it up is because he's considered an old guy now.
Oh.
And so teams would have the nerve to try to pick on you, if they were, every now and then. And when he pushed the guy in, and then out of nowhere, he's about to go to the crib. He did go to the crib. But you see Slay chase down, and he caught him right at the end, and you weren't supposed to.
Oh, yeah, the playoff game.
Okay, is that what it was?
Playoff game, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll explain it, and then you can break it down. And that top-end speed, I was like, boom. Yeah. That right there is what we do, because we did that exact drill with Mario.
Yeah.
I had you 15 yards ahead of him, and he was on the chains.
Yeah.
And you had to go chase him down. Yeah. And that was the first time I saw, damn, Slay still got it. Yeah. And sure enough, there he was. Yeah. So, go and break down that play.
Yeah. That was the Washington play. First of all, he should have caught he should have scored. I was kind of blown because he caught it. But he took a little slant, and then Barnes had missed the tackle.
That was his responsibility, not yours.
I mean, no, it's mine because I was guarding him in man.
Okay.
But I was like funneling him to Barnes.
Okay.
So Barnes had missed the tackle. That's that's part of the game. But he shouldn't have called it because I should have knocked that motherfucker down. So then as he coming, I try to avoid Barnes a little bit because he hit stuff. And I ain't trying to get free no free hit off me, so because so I dodged him and then I seen like, oh damn, I gotta make the tackle. So I went to kicked it up again. I'm like, oh shit, I'm rolling. And then I tackled him. I remember that one. Yeah, that's
so beautiful, bro.
Yeah, watched the game.
It's cool to see that because he doesn't like training. So he doesn't like it. But here he is talking about what he needs to do, the greatness of it. Because I go back and forth because he's a Kobe guy. And I talk about, when I talk shit to him, it's like, man, you think Kobe would be like this, bitching about this exercise, this and that? And it's just banter. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, he does what it needs to be successful. Yeah. And just to see that translate into success, that play right there specifically, I texted Tosh, I was like, dude, Slay almost caught that motherfucking down and you weren't supposed to. And at your age, sorry.
I know it is,
that wasn't expected of you. Yeah. And that right there showed me you got a couple years left in you.
Yeah, easily do. But yeah, I can still roll, man. I had to let some of the young boys know I was faster than them. They be trying to. I'm like, man, I'm rolling now. I'm a little different than folks. I like this a body with no liquor.
So what? God damn, we might take another shot. So what is it you think? Why is it that this generation or this younger guys coming up don't have that same mentality of like the Dre, the GQ, and even you're doing a great job of establishing that. Shout out to Cooper, right? Yeah. I love his tenacity. I love his thing, and I feel like you guys have had an impact in that. But what is it you think that is that missing link? Is it social media? Is it entitlement? What is it? And how, as a leader for you, how do you stop that shit?
It's kind of hard to stop it because, like I said, some people are just born with the dog mentality and just the work ethic and everything. Because but I think a lot of kids for sure is entitled to a lot of things. Just because now you paying kids, it's crazy. Like right now in college, you got to probably negotiate every year with a kid. Cause you can have him say, yeah, you'll play for this 1 year, his freshman year, but going into the fall and sophomore year, he might be like, I want to go somewhere else. Unless y'all ain't gonna pay me no more. Then you gonna have to renegotiate with him again. Like it's no true commitment, and that's why I try to install my boys in and everybody else that I kind of be around. Like, hey man, like if it's there, it's there. Like I understand some people have some unfit situations. A lot of folks, people don't have unfit situations. They more like whatever the bag is. Everybody chasing the bag. And the thing I'll be telling about my young guys is the bag comes to winners. You know what I'm saying? If you go somewhere and you win, the bag coming. It don't matter. So like I be saying, like I told my kids, like, oh man, our school is not that good. Well, you can make that. You know what I'm saying? You come in there and bring winning mentality into the winning people go come that way. So that's how it is. And that's why I think when I saw great about Detroit. Detroit had drafted a lot of guys that came from high programs that was winners. You know what I'm saying? Not guys that just was like, oh, this kid out of this group is just that good. You could fit him in there. Some people can do that, but to like get an organization changed, you gotta draft winners. And you look at Philadelphia. Why you think we go draft so many Bulldogs out of there? They winners. You know what I'm saying? Them full D-line on them, they are winners. All of them got at least 1 or 2 natties. They are winners. Why you think he got kids from Alabama? Winners. So you go to a program that's winners, you don't really think about like work because you know what work you got to put in to be a winner. Like that's what you got to do. So that's why we're looking at kids like if I was an NFL scout and I done seen you transfer 3 times, I ain't consider you a winner, but you might be a great talent, but you just don't got a winner mentality. Yeah. You ain't here to win. You here to bagging, which is cool. Everybody want to take care of their family. I ain't got no problem with that, but I was just raised in an era where, winning was winning, and what winning comes with is money. And as you see, you win, money come. Because once right now, my team, I guarantee a lot of people off that team, off my defense, they're going to get paid because winners. You know what I'm saying? They're not getting paid because they just great players. They're great players for sure, but they know how to win. So they want to bring winning to their program. So that's what it is. That's what I think what it is.
And I think I talked about this before. So it's like I view my life into I'm LeBron. I'm NBA version. So I view my life in 4-year terms. Mm-hmm. That's how it kind of was. It's first in Cleveland and then Miami and then back to Cleveland and then back to LA. So my thing with you, because you brought up getting paid and working hard. Mm-hmm. when you finally you saw GQ got his pay and you're like, I want that, and then you eventually got it. Was that your 4th year? When was that?
Yeah, going into my 4th year.
Okay, going in your 4th year. What was that big contract for you?
Oh,
that payday contract for you.
It was 4 for 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sly, we got work to do, man. I bring that up because you talked about winning and how I talk about 4-year terms. Complacency can definitely sit with people.
Yeah.
When you got that contract, for me, for example, I always, every time I do something epic, a supplement, an athlete or whatever, the next day I gotta work harder. That's what's installed in me. It's like, the more success you get, the harder I gotta work. So when you got that payday, did you have that same sensation, or what was your mentality after getting that first check where you're like, I gotta get 2 more of these?
Easy. My first thing was, the first thing I did was, I ain't called my mom, no wife, no nothing. I called Rasheem Mathis and told him, man, I really
What's up?
appreciate you. Cause like, yeah, man, like I said, he made it so like crazy for me, and like everything he told me that to trust and believe, him and GQ, I did it, and I got rewarded for it. So I called him first thing. I was like, I thank you, man. I appreciate you, man, just for, sharing the knowledge to get me where I'm going. And once I realized, like, I could do it again. Like, I knew I could do it again, but, everybody be like, I got to, because everybody, how the NFL work is, first check, your first NFL check, everybody be like, I got to just take care of my responsibility. At that time, my responsibility was my child. So, boom, I'm taking care of my child and myself. So, boom. So, I got that second deal, you be like, I can kind of like set my son life up. Then, then you just start thinking like, what I can do next. And then, I got blessed again with a second deal and coming to Philly with a 3 for 50. And it was like, I'm getting generational stuff right now. So now I got great future grandkid. And then I got blessed again with another one with a 3 for 42. I'm like, yeah. Like everything I had a motive behind, because I just saw the drive of what I can do to help others. And that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure I was in position to at least help others. And I did that. And like my family, my mom, she don't got to work. Family is just cool. My kids, if they don't go professional, pro day, or whatever they want to do, they got a foundation to just, sit on. So
what is it that still keeps you going then?
Well, right now, I'm always playing.
Now you won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, so I'm always playing because I love the game, and then I love like football, and I love my wrestling. It's part of my life. It's part of who I am. It identifies me, because like when I play the game for fun, and I just love it. So everybody be always asking me, say, you always never mean, because I'm like, I'm really
never are,
never sad, never down. Like more like I'm just so excited to be playing a game that I love to play, and I'm getting paid for it. I have fun playing football. Some people go out there they have fun doing it, but they're going out there with like, I'm trying to kill you. Like, it's in the way of killing folks, but I'm like, I enjoy going against some of the greatest athletes in the world. And that's what I like to do. And a lot of my battles, definitely because I love to doing it. I don't want a lot, because I don't think I would love to do it if I got my ass whooped a lot. I'm like, I thought I wouldn't probably be in the lead no more if I got my ass whooped a lot. Yeah. But I really love it because I be like whooping some of the greatest athletes' ass. Yeah, it just feels good. And, you know what I'm saying? I play one of the tougher positions, definitely on my position. So it's just like, it's just so funny. And I be having so much fun when I kind of like, they would talk this guy up, and I just erase it. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all, I ain't saying y'all looking over me, but y'all be feeling like this guy can better than me and all the work. And I know what kind of work I put in. Like, people be talking about outwork and stuff and outworking that. Like, I work at a way as in, I outwork guys, but I outwork guys in the Slay way, not how your way is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Your way might be, you want to be a power lifter, go strong, and that. I'm more of a like, I outsmart you. Yeah. The Slay way, I outthink you, I outplay you, I outstudy you, stuff like that. So everybody had their own kind of ways of being that kind of way, but and working, that's how I work. My technique will be way better than yours.
I'm happy you said that because I learned that from you, because I'm of the Kobe descent in the sense of work is different. So I had to adapt to you, because I give you your praise about work ethic. Yeah. But what you just said is true. I'm gonna work the Slay way, and you did it what works for you. And I I can sit back and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
You're right. You did. And you showed me how to adapt to clients and being like, how can I motivate guys differently? Because I can be really hard the Mamba way, and then I can be that and adapt at the same time. And I've been able to do that because
you
I've
do a
seen
good job
that.
of that.
I've seen that. I've seen that with certain guys and how to push people, and you guys bring that out of me. So I appreciate that. A couple things I wanted to get to. Well, congratulations on the payday too. Let's keep getting that money. That's always the goal.
Oh yeah.
What was the one piece of advice at the time that you got from Dion that you forever remembered still?
Dion, after I did the combine, right? When I did the combine and I ran the 4.3, and he came up to me just like, hey, I did that part. That was easy for you because we knew you was fast. And he was like, show the folks this, and that. And he said basically where my drills finna start. So he was like, be you, man. Be sweet. Be smooth. So I'm like, because it's like, this is what everybody wanted to see from me because the scout, because I only played 1 year at D1 ball really because I went to junior college. My junior year I didn't play really at all. Then I played my senior year. Well, really like 9 years, really red shirt senior year, kind of like it was junior year, you could say. And I went crazy. So every question was on me is, what is technique like? Can he play this? Can he learn this? Can that? Because I was really just a one hit kind of guy. And then, trying to invest your money into a guy that just only played 1 year SEC ball is, do you want that part of your edge? Because if it was a bust, you bum. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he was drilling to me. Just be you, be yourself. And I knew that pressure was on me about how I need to look in drills and do everything else. So, man, I went out there and killed it. And I won after I killed it, I won the Golden Corral player of the combine. So I killed it and won the whole reward. So I'm like, and Dion came to me and was like, I told you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, dang. And then I'm hearing it from him. Yeah. It's like, man, I'm really getting talked to about the GOAT this. You know what I'm saying? And for him to trust and believing to me about doing all that for me, it was great to hear that from him. And then, after that, Rod texted me you look sweet. A lot of guys told me you look as you're supposed to look.
And he probably tells it how it is, huh?
He's real direct. Definitely with when it comes to players. He'll tell you you're trash. He'll tell you you're decent. He'll tell you you elite. He'll tell you whatever you need, the truth. And that's what's good. That's what's great about him. You know what I'm saying? I know his role probably different when it comes to coaching now, but at that time he wasn't coaching. He was more of a network guy, commentator, just talking to, doing the combine stuff. Oh, he keeping it blood raw. Yeah, this guy can't pedal. He on a mic like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's how he was. And he came to me straight up. It was not on no da-da-da stuff. He was more because I think if I was trash, he'd be like, you trash. You know what I'm saying? You need to work.
So you got Dion, and then he has the opportunity to go to Detroit. What was it like competing against Megatron? Mm-hmm. I would assume every day.
Oh, yeah, every day.
And what did you learn from him, and what piece of advice did he give you if he did speak?
Oh, man, he didn't speak as much, but he was so cool, man. He's the most humblest, best receiver I've ever seen besides Larry Fitzgerald. Larry Fitzgerald was the most humble dude, too. But Calvin, man, did not talk much at all. He was cool, calm, collect. My first year of playing against him in practice, I never, ever, my whole rookie year, knocked the ball down from him. It was just tough. He would whip my ass every day. Every day. Because I had to be Revis, Pat P for him in practice because them guys was traveling. So they needed me to be that kind of corner for the scout team. And I just had to do that and get first team reps of defense. And shit, he was whooping my ass every day. So I'm cool. But then I got in the games, guarding folks was just so much easier. I was boom. But the biggest thing Calvin used to always have for me, that's why I got so many PBUs right now in my career. I think I'm fifth in the work in career. I'm fifth. I'm top 5, yeah. 160 or something. And he's man, if you just turn it around and look, you'll pick a ball, you'll have 34 picks already. And you know what I'm saying? I got a text on my phone right now of him when I picked against the one against Green Bay, the go ball, and he texted me he said, man, I'm just so happy that you just starting to lean and locate. And you know what I'm saying? It be so funny because it's we just always stay every trust each other. But that's what he always used to be mad at me about. Not really mad, but that's all he used to preach to me. Turn around, look for the ball. The ball will get you paid. The ball will get you paid. The ball will get you paid. Yeah, so he whooped my ass. And he got me right though. I'm telling you, he made, without him in that kind of way, he got me right. Cause come second year, I remember my first play I made on him is OTAs. He did an out and up. I broke it up. Caldwell came to me and say, "Hey, Slay, look, I don't know what you was with last year, but while I'm here, 81 don't touch the ground." I said, "Yes, sir, but I like the play." But he said, "I like the play you made. Next time though, just let him catch that one." So, but that's how it was, and
Was there ever a? This may sound weird or may not sound weird, because you're going up against Calvin and your name's not a name yet.
Yeah.
Was there ever a? I'm just gonna kind of take it easy on him, or was it like I'm gonna come for this?
Well,
like when Kobe you saw Jordan.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, Black Jesus or not. I'm gonna break you. Did
Yeah.
you have that type of feel? Like, I respect this guy too much. I'm gonna make sure
Yeah.
I don't want to work him too much. He's a vet. What
Nah,
was like your mindset?
Nah, so Swartz was my DC. So he said Swartz was my head coach. So Swartz was a defensive guy. So I was the only one as a rookie that can like really get aggressive with him, because they wanted me to be, the next big thing around there, as in on the defense side of the corner position, because they needed one at the time. So real bad. So he gave me like the green light. I want you to jump down. I want you to do everything you need to do to get ready, because I want you to be who you need to be. So like every 1-on-1 drill, I had to go. Like anytime 7-on-7, I was traveling. Like they wanted me to be, the guy. And I got the green light from Swartz. But when Caldwell came, it kind of like switched a little bit, because Caldwell was an offensive guy, and he like, hey, we can't let $100 million get jumped on all day. Mm-hmm. But I knew how to start practicing. I learned how to practicing against Calvin, against receivers like that. So like 50-50 balls. When I knew I'd go up and tag it, I wouldn't do it.
Got it.
But like comebacks, curls, if I'm right here, I'm knocking it down. Like I'm not gonna let you just make plays, and because I need my confidence built up as much as you need yours going into the game.
Okay.
So stuff like that. So on go balls, like I'll run, make sure I'm in the lean and locate position or whatever. Or if it's like one of the ones I could just play through hands, I just play through hands. But if I see it as in like he need to jump and I need to jump, I always let Calvin jump.
Okay.
If 100 ends on the thing, I done
That
seen.
makes sense.
Because I done seen
It's
this.
a tough position to be in.
Yeah.
You don't know if I should be nice to him or if I need to fucking.
Yeah, you better be nice to him, because I seen Joker who jumped up with him and he rolled his ankle.
Yeah.
He got cut, gone.
Can't have that happen.
Can't. Yeah, so it's about that business now. Like AJ Brown. AJ ain't touching that ground. AJ ain't touching that ground all week. Because if he do, it's a bad day on the ground.
So you gotta go up against him in practice, and I gotta bring him up because he's my guy, Andre Johnson.
Yeah.
Andre Johnson or Calvin Johnson, who's harder to cover?
Ooh, I mean, I went against Andre at the back end. You know what I'm saying? Cause
that's okay. He was with me. What back end? Nashville, or is he still with the Texans?
Like I was in the league while he was with the Texans, but my first time playing against him was when we went to Tennessee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So he scored a game winner on us though. He ended the game on us though. But my first time, but I also came here. We always training. We worked on releases and stuff together. So I got to work with him. But like I think Andre gets way more credit than a lot of he gets a lot of credit, but he's smoothing it easily in the top 5 ever because it's just small. It's just quiet though because he's with 50,000 different quarterbacks. If he went with 50,000 quarterbacks, he'd have been up there with stacks and everything. So,
right, Dre. We tried, man.
Yeah. Well, him and Calvin?
No, I just.
Oh, tomorrow.
We talk about the quarterbacks.
Yeah, he ain't had no quarterback. Like if he just had, like I said, if he had a Matthew Stafford as a quarterback for at least 10 of his years, he'd have had like easily 1,300 yards. Easily. Because like Andre, like, he's swole. Like he's like AJ a lot, but he's a lot faster than AJ, but he was like AJ size with body, he can smooth it out the way, and he can run past you. AJ can too as well. But Andre was like strong. And he got routes. A lot of big guys don't routes. And he can stop on a dime. Yeah. Like I used to watch his film because like we thought we was going to do joint practice against him one time. So I'm like, I gotta watch Andre. I ain't gonna play around. You know what I'm saying? Because I already know. I know we come to the gym. He go let me know. Slap with your ass. We know the practice. You ain't finna get me. You ain't finna get me. So I'm already like pre-gaming. Like that's how I was. I was pre-gaming against him and Hop because we all came in together. So I'm already pre-gaming. I said I know what Hop about. I ain't never really went against Andre like went against him when he like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, he was finna get me like that. And then, but I watched him, man. And like I say, he one of the ones that could be full speed, stop on a dime, stronger than what you think, and then he's a lot faster than what you think. He can spray from you and run around. But him and Calvin was one of my favorite ones when I was coming up in that type of era because quiet, both of them quiet. Don't mess with nobody, but they not going. You know what I'm saying? You're not bullying them. You're not doing that. I seen him go cause I watched some of the best DBs. I watched Revis and all them go against each other, and I seen him, getting on Revis before, seen him getting on Pat P before. Some of my favorite corners, I done seen them, so I watch their film, so I'm watching them go against them type of guys to see how I need to play them. And ain't too many guys that stop them two.
Yeah.
It's not. And I don't know how he didn't get first ballot. He should have been first ballot.
I know. He should have been.
I don't know what it was. Calvin was first ballot for them, though. No, that's the tough one. That's tough. Him and Calvin was tough. So
shout out to Dre, man. We appreciate you, too.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I was pissed. Well, not pissed because I was rooting for you, too, when Hop went to the Chiefs. I'm like, finally, he got himself a quarterback. Then they didn't throw my guy at the fucking ball ever. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we're going to show you.
Where did you get where did Big Play Slay eventually develop? When that D-Wade moment come? I'm Big Play Slay. How did that come about?
So what's funny is I got that name in college from my college coach. He gave it to me. So I brought it to the league, but nobody really calling me that because definitely in Detroit, it was Big Play CJ, Calvin. And Calvin was like, they said, like, hey, he don't get called that, but that's just what he, because he get called Megatron. So he didn't get called that, but it's like,
damn. Well, fucking nickname is Megatron. Think about that.
You know what I'm saying? He got called Megatron. So I'm like, so when I came there, when I got drafted, I saw a whole bunch of tweets like, hey, Slay, you might have to change your name because there's only really one big play, and that's Big Play CJ. So I'm like, the fuck, Calvin name shit? So I go type his junk in. That was folks was kind of like, Big Play CJ. I'm like, damn, bro, I might have to. I know I ain't getting it now. I ain't getting it over Calvin. Like, Calvin is Megatron. But he always kept the Megatron going. And then I started going by, like, heavy. Like, because I started off small, as in, like, hey, man, I just go by, Slay. You know what I'm saying? No,
it's Slay. Just Slay.
Slay.
Just Slay.
Slay. So, no, not everybody were like, Slay. Because when I first got to Detroit, people was calling me Darius. I'm like, nah, bro, you ain't calling me that.
I saw that clip on, was it Bleacher Report when they were doing the Super Bowl interviews?
Mm-hmm.
Darius, it's Slay. Darius, it's just Slay.
Because at that time, like, Juggles was interviewing me, like, I ain't answering your question. Like, you say that, like, folks be like, Mr. Darius, even if you say Mr. Darius, I'm going to be polite, be like, it's Slay. But if you say Darius again, I'm like, it's Slay. You can keep asking me a question. I'm not going to answer it until you say, oh, I'm sorry.
But right Slay. There, that's a mentality in itself.
Yeah.
I'm
standing on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is who I am.
It's who I am. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that, then it got built up. And then it really stuck out after, like, my third year in the league. I started making a lot more plays. And I started traveling as a corner.
Okay.
So now now I'm on TV getting circled up like Slay going against this guy this week. Slay getting going doing the game now, like on a little commercial, not little commercial break, like little breaks they have between halftime or whatever. They just showing my reps of going against receivers. We just going at it or whatever, catching ball. And one dude was like, that's Big Play Slay, right? And that's why he making them plays. So then he said it, then it started sticking. And now it's just like, it's global now, and that's crazy.
And Big Play Slay, you know why that's famous? Because that is what LeBron shouted out to Slay. Big Play Slay. Slay goes to me like, damn, motherfucker knew my name.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I be playing Madden.
He be playing that Madden. I'm like, that's crazy. Like I said, I'm a Kobe guy for sure. There's not no doubt about it. But I always consider he's a great. And for him to know, like, Big Play Slay was crazy. And then, like you said, Kobe, when I met Kobe, he was the same way. That's what I wanted to get
to. What was it like meeting Kobe, that interaction? And then when we met LeBron, both of them had aura. What did you take away from it, from either one of those guys?
Oh, what I took away from it, that you can see that Kobe definitely is more like, to me, Kobe just more to him, like, he don't got no time like that. He cool with meet and greets, but like, it gonna be somebody he want to meet. You know what I'm saying? Not guys that got passes, that can be slick. You might get lucky, he might take a picture. So it's like, he like guys that he got back there that he kind of want to meet, or if there's some kind of guy that he know of or heard of or just got a lot of respect for. So when I first met him, you could sense that he kind of like watch football. You could sense that he kind of like, I know of this kid. And so I'm like, dang. Because he came around the corner, like everybody trying to take pictures, everybody trying to holler at him, walk right by him, like, what up, Slay? So I'm like,
Kobe said that to you?
Yeah, I'm like,
damn.
So I'm like, boom, he walking up to me, chopping it up, dap me up. I'm like, bro, this is no way. You know what I'm saying? I like one of them kids, like, I'm not washing my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was that kind of way. I'm like, and at that time, like, I just got paid. I really became Big Play Slay, like, and he really know me. And, man, he signed my jersey. And I'm talking nobody can't touch that jersey. Like, nobody. Like, I don't let nobody touch that jersey. So, like, you touch that jersey. I don't care if you put it up and hang it up. You tell me, I'll hang it up. You know, that's how I am with my Kobe. So I'm like, don't touch that. And he was just like, it was like, I don't know how some folks be like, used to see how when they see Michael Jackson a little bit, you know, who be able to be in the entertaining world, they're probably like, that's Michael Jackson. Like, when I saw him, like, that's Kobe Bryant, bro. Like, that's crazy. And I was really just starstruck. Like, I was probably say nothing for like 2 seconds, just looked at him. He probably was talking to me. I don't even know. It was like, what up, Slay? I'm like, what up? Man, that's one of my best days of my life besides my kids.
And tattoo, right?
Tattoo right there. They try to say I'm Odell, but it's me though. They were playing with me like that. I said, stop that. So yeah, meeting him was amazing. And he was more like conversational about just cooling, and it's not more of like, he was just like, not too much like football, more like just life stuff. He's just like, yeah, man, you know, just hard work. I'm like, cool, man. Damn, I just met him. I was like driving, just shocked. And meeting LeBron was more like, you could tell LeBron is in a more of a younger, chill mode. Like, he cool, you know what I'm saying? I think like how he point out your shoe. I don't think Kobe would have pointed out if I had on some like Kobe's at that time, because he more like probably just cool with meeting and just chopping it up with me or something like that. I don't know, but you can see LeBron's more like interactive. You see like Bron walked outside and he topped it up. What up, big play? Like that kind of stuff. Like, you just like, okay, that's crazy. Like, you would probably see him and think as like, he could probably get a stuck up moment, and he not one of them types, but he recognized and everybody.
Oh, dude, he even came out and apologized to you guys. Sorry, man, y'all waiting. Sorry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, so it's like you could see like he kind of like more of a people's professional. Like, he's a people's professional. I say Kobe is more of a like professional. Like, you gotta like have that jump, like, as in like he gotta like want to see you,
which is huge.
That's what I was saying. That's what makes it crazy about it.
And you got that, man.
Yeah, and LeBron more of a like I think LeBron's more of a guy like say like how, you know, the boys got us to meet LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, then I think LeBron would show love to everybody that you brought back there with you. You know, Kobe, I think more Kobe be like,
just him,
holler at him, what's up, how you doing? He might go around and speak, say, how you doing? And that could be respectful, I don't know, because, you know, it didn't get that far. I just had me and a friend, so that was that. So, but if I felt like he would have been in that area, you know, in Philly, he would have been taught to all of us because he's an Eagle fan. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Cool. But if I say all of us was in Detroit, we all back that way, he probably would have said something to all the players, but I don't think he probably would have said like to other guys. I don't know. I just don't think he just ain't get that vibe. More like, I'm coming to talk to y'all. Like,
did you feel an extra sense of motivation when he was talking about get it done?
Yeah.
Did that translate to you at all? Because I put LeBron up into greatness. So here's this guy.
Yeah.
Championship king. He goes for it every time. He's telling you guys, don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
Go get the job done.
You can see like,
I gotta go get that. I know AJ Brown was cool to see because I didn't know AJ like that, but I knew he was a LeBron fan later on.
Yeah.
And just seeing you guys like look up to somebody as fans first was cool to see.
Always good, because I'm a fan of all sports. Like, I'm always fan. Like, people, I'm a fanboy, as in when it comes to sports. Like, guys I like, you know what I'm saying, like Paul George. Like, I was a fanboy to Joe Hayden. You know what I'm saying? I'm fanboy to KD. I met KD 2 weeks ago here in Houston. Like, I'm a fanboy of great, like, who I like.
You should respect it, man.
I respect it, because, like, it's hard. So, like, I'm walking up to you. You might think I'm probably big in what sport I play in football. I'm big. But when I see other big players, I'm like, I meet Mike Trout. You know what I'm saying? I see Mike Trout. Every time I see him, I still be like, that's Mike Trout. Bro. Yeah. And he be texting me. We be cool. So I'm like, it just like, I just respect the game so much. I'll become a big fanboy. And with LeBron doing that got me more respect for LeBron as a person. I always respected his game. But he got way more respect to me as a person, because, like, the time he take out to even know some of our names, to come out there and dap us up, come out there to give us a little talk, come out there and take pictures with family members that he, telling us. I'm like, that's a lot of respect for that, because that's big time. And, you know, he very solid. He was already solid with me. He very, very solid with me now. You know, with that.
Well, I know I messaged you, but thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't happen without you guys. And I spoke last time, like, I don't, me, Slay, I don't
Yeah.
stunt like I'm courtside. I
Yeah.
don't drive private planes. But that moment right there happened because of you, and it was so genuine and real. Like,
Oh yeah.
it was. So I just want to say thank
Oh
you.
yeah,
That
anytime.
was, how
Yeah.
I am.
I already know you was ready, but I'm talking about. I ain't never seen somebody. Well, you planned this before the season or my season started. You saw the schedule and like, hey, look, Slay, I'm coming to Philly. Now that I say, hey, look, I hoping we go out. We knew if we in the playoffs, we there. You know what I'm saying? If we in the playoffs, we there. Yeah. If we ain't in the playoff, I'm back at H-Time with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So thankfully, we're in the playoff. Everything playing out just as it is where it need to be. And I'm like, dang, that jump really happened. And then it was crazy because, I got a teammate was Paris Campbell. And, him and Paris Campbell is from the same city, same high school, same everything. So it's like, they was really tight. And then me and Paris really tight. So it's like, it was just like a perfect match in heaven. I think God was wanting to set that up.
Yeah, and it was the Super Bowl moment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It was like, big.
It was like the peak. Philly was on fire. He's a football guy, excited to watch who wins. So at that point, sorry, Hop, when that happened, I was rooting for the Eagles. I made my decision. I thought, damn, I got to go for the Eagles because of that. So yeah, shout out to LeBron, shout out to Mike Mencia. That was one of the greatest moments. Thank you, and shout out to Jen. She captured it all. She was a real MVP that night. So thank you, man. It really means a lot.
Appreciate it.
Couple things to close out with. I mentioned Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. Okay. I joked around with you. I felt like he was your guys' nemesis and a lot of people's nemesis. So you lost to him in that first bout we talked about. What was it this second go round saying to yourself, we can beat this guy?
Well, we watched as like I said, a lot of us was watching film all during the 2 weeks we was off. We just like, bro, if we just do our job and not nobody else's, this game will not be close.
You guys really felt that way. We
felt that way about the whole team in the playoffs. Only team we felt that can truly have a chance to beating us was the Rams, because of the fact that when we beat them, they had their O-line. O-line was kind of hurt. They was really just trying to get back going. Cooper Kupp them finally just got back into the lineup. They was hurt for a couple weeks, so it's like they were just trying to get themselves back going. And then next thing you know, you saw them going on a hot streak. They started winning. Next thing you know, they won like 5 or 6 in a row. So it's like Stafford playing the base, like these boys getting hot at the right time and the right moment. Then they just spanked on Minnesota. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, they going. So we was like, that's the team. You know what I'm saying? That's go probably give us the run. Because you watch the first game when we played against them, they had a nice first drive. I'm talking about freaking getting it in. They almost drove the ball and scored on the first drive, but then Isaiah popped them and they fumbled, stopped their momentum. We're like, man, because they had a great game plan against us when we played against them without all they star guys, and then we played them again. We're like, this is the lead the team, and you see how close that game came to the last play of the game. So that one, but everybody else, we was like, we're gonna blow them out. Like if we play disciplined football and all together, we are scoring 50 points every time, and we're not giving up no more than 20. Like we knew that, we just knew it. Like we knew it, and then we believed it. And then we executed. As you seen, like we was, spanking on folks.
I'm happy you brought that up. So I had Roby, former teammate of yours. I had him on my last show.
Oh, bro.
And I brought up that, again, I don't watch crazy football like that, but I told Roby that defense Denver had was the best defense I've seen in my eyes in the longest time. And for the first time when I was watching you guys, I said, damn. This reminds me of that Denver defense.
That Denver defense.
Okay. So, would you say this is one of the best defenses that have kind of been assembled thus far in all Super Bowl runs?
Yeah.
And if it is or isn't, how does it compare to that Super Bowl defense, that Denver one that I know of, or any others? And where would you put you guys?
I say
because I've never seen you guys. That was domination.
Yeah, domination. So I would say Roby them I got them at they defensive performance at number 4 for me.
Number 4, okay.
Yeah, so my top ones are the Baltimore Ravens back in like 2000. Like I think they won their second one or their first one. Maybe I don't know which one it was. No, maybe the first one. Their first one because they played the other one. Their first one straight killed them. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they gave up no kind of tugs, no nothing. Then my second one, or I say us at the second one, but then I say us really kind of first because we did it to one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. But then my other one that's right there, I think that's tied up there is the Seattle versus Peyton. Against Denver.
Yeah, Seattle spanked Peyton.
They spanked Peyton. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about that defense.
Yes,
What
that
they call
defense.
the 12th man or whatever,
yes.
because the audience.
Audience and stuff. That's when the Legion of Boom. Them got us. Yeah.
I forgot about
And
that.
then I have Denver when they played against Carolina and was smacking on them boys. But see us, I just think we had 24 points going into the halftime. Kansas City, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever, had a total of 21 points. 21 yards
Lockdown.
for the first half. You know what I'm saying?
Way, baby.
Only one first down.
I was shocked.
Every play, every series was 3 and out. So it was like they was getting negative plays. The first only big play they had was a 10-yard gain, and that was the second play of the game. And after that, everything was 2 yards, 3 yards out of the game. So that was a complete dominance. And then we came out and was still going crazy. Even the third quarter is what 30-7, and that's only on some Patrick Mahomes doing Patrick Mahomes stuff.
Yeah.
Then we benched everybody, and that's when they
the
scored.
Super Bowl.
They scored 2 tugs, and the score was like the score could have easily been. No offense to Kansas City, they're a great team, they're a great organization, but the score could have easily been
A lot higher than what it looked like.
like 60-7, because they couldn't stop us. We were stopping them. The defense was getting tired. They could have got real bad.
So what was it like when that confetti fell and you finally won? What was that sensation for you?
Man, it felt great. And the thing is, like,
Did you cry? What was
nah.
it?
So that's why I was surprised about myself that I didn't cry, because I don't think the reason I didn't cry because I felt as in like we already go totally dominate them guys. If it's gonna be like, I think my first one was if we would have played them and won the first one, I think that one I would have cried because the fact that it was like that was a good Nick type game. Like we was like, dang, it's a good chance. But this one, I'm telling you, nobody in the building felt like these guys can stand a chance. And so it's like when we did win, it was like we knew we was gonna win it. Not no defense to them. Like we knew we was gonna beat them because it's like we were just so much better on every level of that team, and we knew we wanted it more. So I even cried. But when I seen it, I'm like, man, it took me 12 years to get here, and boy, it only took me 12 years to get here. I've been to the playoffs 7 times. Only made it past the first round 2 times. The 2 times I went to the Super Bowl. So it's like, man, that window it's so small to get there. It took me 10 years, first of all, to get to the Super Bowl. 10. Then, I came back 2 years later, but man, look here. That was a good feeling, man, seeing that green confetti fall down. I'm like, yeah, boy. Yeah. And then man, it's just like, dang, that was I was missing, because I got everything else.
Yeah.
I got a bowl now. I just and I've been on my high horse for 3 weeks. I just calmed down.
How was the parade? Getting to see that, because the videos I saw brought resemblance of, remember when Cleveland, when they won, and seeing that city, I would put, seeing Philly.
Man, look, Philly is, man, that's just probably the best sports city I've ever been a part of. Just being a part of, and just seeing any other championship teams win something. Mm-hmm. When I tell you, I never felt so much, parades probably have maybe 30,000 people, 40,000. Man, I promise you, there's probably at least 100,000 folks out there.
It looked like a movie, man.
It was a movie. It started from start to finish. Every session, I feel had 10,000 people in it, and the ride was 4 miles.
Cold as fuck too.
Yeah, it's cold as fuck, and that's crazy here.
Cold.
It was 4 miles. It took us damn near 4.5 hours to get 4 miles. It was just nonstop. For 4 hours, yelling, screaming, da da da. Then you get to the little Rocky statue, and you just see her. It just then you see the Rocky dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's
city's on fire.
On fire. I'm I understand why they act crazy like this, because they deserve to act crazy like this. You know what I'm saying? They got everything that need to be crazy there. It is there. You know what I'm saying? So
and that was the first win since
17. 18.
Oh yeah, I
That's
forgot.
17.
Nick Foles.
Yeah.
I always forget that.
So
one.
man, that jump was electrifying. And then we do it against both GOAT quarterbacks. They did it against Tom Brady, and then you do it against Patrick. So it's we always did.
That sensation of the stairs, if you're a Rocky fan or not, especially you got to experience a Super Bowl, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Right?
It's crazy. It is.
It's like this aura that the city just.
I don't know what it do to you, but I be feeling what folks be talking about. Like, I don't know exactly what they be talking about, but when you walk around and you hear people just screaming, you be like, I can feel what they talking about. Man, I don't know what they talking about because I'm not Philly native. I'm not Philly raised, so I don't know, like, the lifestyle, the life about it. I just know it's a real tough, hard city. But I felt when I was up there, I felt what everybody in the state of Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia felt, as in, like, world pain and rural there, I felt that. And I feel where they coming from. So I'm like, I'd be cool with them just, if I have a bad game, cussing me out now. Yeah. I just wasn't cool with it at first. I was like, man, y'all be just money. I'm out.
And then we go back and forth about being a true dog. Like, playing in Philly, that's why a lot of guys can't hang. Sorry, Paul George, but...
no,
Paul
man.
George, no, that's your guy, man, but...
Oh, my God. He a professional, man. He been injured.
It's hard. It's hard. I'm just saying it's hard. So
but
what I'm going to say is, I know he's been injured.
Yeah.
The only guy, in my opinion, that is, other than Rocky, fictional character, that has put that city on his back, is Allen Iverson.
Oh, yeah. Nobody else can handle it.
Harden couldn't do it. Paul George couldn't do it. Embiid can do it. And then you end up hearing them. They're all saying, everybody's so hard on us, and this, and this. That, to me, is the definition of a dog. When people are shitting on you in your own city, how do you perform?
I do you. I did do that. I've been in them shoes. I got shitting on a little bit in Philly, as in just, the expectations is high.
Yeah, but they gonna fucking love you.
They gonna love you.
When you win.
They love you when you win. Like, they gonna, like, whatever. And then when you win, look, even if you decently winning, I probably never, like, my face card so nice in Philly, like, I probably never, like, pay for stuff like that because they just love you. Like, if you're a great player,
I bet.
Like, you can walk around there blindfolded and people will guide you to the right direction. Like, I could tell, like, if anybody knew where I lived at, hey, y'all take me home. I just put blindfolds on there to make me home safely. Like, that's how they must love you. If you really there for the city, you playing hard for the city, and that's what they want you to do. They want you to play hard. And then, if you're on the field, don't matter if you're a first or sixth rounder. You're a first rounder.
Love it.
No, they are all first rounders on the field.
Love it.
No matter what you do. So when you sign that contract, it might say you're getting paid this, but you in our eyes, you're a first round draft pick. You better play good every time.
Love it. And it's so cool. We talked about love, and like I love the love hurts. That makes sense how that campaign was. And Philadelphia is all about the city of love. Like you just said it. Like the love is so real, and I felt it too when I was there. And I wasn't even a player. People I was with, you guys were like, yeah, I just jump in. I'm a Philly player.
I'm telling you, man, it's wild. It's wild now. It's a lot of wildness.
Yeah. So I texted you post Super Bowl. You're not retiring, right?
No, not yet.
Do you guys think? Yeah, we're not done. We're actually back to work Monday. Mm-hmm. You guys think you can go again? I know everybody can get caught up in the moment and just want a championship. We can do this shit again, but you have to see what the offseason plays out. Do you think you guys can go again?
Yeah. I think we got a great chance of going again. You know, definitely if I'm there too as well, because I'm trying to see, you know, where I'll be playing at. Because I know I got 1 year left, but you know the business side of it. But yeah, I think the Philadelphia Eagles got a great chance of going back. You know what I'm saying? I know it's tough to say repeat because it's hard to do that. It's very hard to do that. But
shit, it's hard to get there once.
Yeah, but for a guy for that team and that organization, they got a great chance of being like the new like dynasty. Like because they all young right now.
It's not a fluke of a win then, dude.
Yeah.
This is legit.
They legit.
The Eagles are legit.
They legit from all standpoint because the fact that team they got a perfect mixture. They got a perfect mixture of veteran great players. They got a perfect mixture of the young players. Mm-hmm. So, like, that team don't have to pay nobody young yet, and some of the young guys on that team are just so good. Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, Milton finna get paid, but after that is Quinyon Mitchell, Cooper, rookie. Some of these guys, you know what I'm saying? It's three guys, it's like they in year 3, and then you go to the offense side that's already taken care of. AJ already paid, Smitty already paid, Hurts already paid, Saquon already paid. Like,
yeah, it's scary.
It's scary because it's already so for the least 3 to 5 years, like this Eagles team, this Eagles organization go be contenders at the highest. Yeah.
Well, closing out with this, man, I'm a big believer in, taking care of people and manifesting, and I hope you can sit back in your journey, especially as we talked about this. You got to talk about Deion, you got to talk about Calvin, you got to talk about like all these people, Kobe, LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, dude, if you take yourself out of your shoes, you've been blessed around greatness, man.
I was telling you.
blessed.
I'm like,
looking at it in my seat, and I'm like, dude, that's so cool to hear that.
Yeah.
Blessed around greatness, and then you brought, even to me, like our track record of Andre and Arian and Glover and you and Hop, like the fact that I can say that, it goes back to my podcast a couple weeks ago. I was just a kid from Wyoming. I'm so grateful by the grace of God that we got to this position, and I'm so grateful to have a guy like you who's very humble, and you've treated me and my family like nothing but respect. You've never big timed us. You never like. I say these things because it's just the way of the world, man. Sometimes athletes aren't like this, and this guy is a family man, a true pro, and he treats my family. And when I can't train him on my schedule busy, he has the trust in my brother and my family to do it, and that means the world to me, because that means you trust the product. You don't trust just me, and that's the staple of my greatness and what I do. So I hope you can look back and be like, I know you're not retired yet, but like, damn, I was around a lot of greatness.
I'm telling you, I already know. You're the greatest trainer.
And I appreciate that,
man.
I appreciate
y'all, the whole staff is a GOAT. That's a GOAT staff.
Big dub right there.
The GOAT staff. Ain't nobody doing it better.
That's why I said LeBron. I said, man, fuck basketball, man. I appreciate the greatness.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I ain't gonna let that LeBron thing down, man. I gotta make it happen. So anyway, we got Super Bowl champ. When do we get the ring? How does that work?
Well, so we just did size right before the parade, so I'll say about probably another week or so. Or I don't know how the situation gonna go with everything with this.
I'm interested to see how that thing's going.
Yeah, so it's my first ring. I'm just excited as everybody else is.
What I would do is, this is your life. I would put that Super Bowl ring right next to that Kobe jersey.
Of course, I'm gonna have a whole casket. I'm gonna have my like this.
Touch it.
I'm gonna have what's this? How it gonna be? I'm gonna have like my Kobe jersey in this thing right here. Have my Super Bowl jersey in there. I'm gonna have my Super Bowl dude like dressed up in my all what I wore in the game. Crazy. So just had the shoes in there. Then I'm gonna put that ring.
You talking about like the mannequin?
No, I ain't gonna have the mannequin. AJ got
that's what it was.
AJ got the mannequin. So I'm gonna have like the jersey,
okay,
the pants, and I'm gonna be folded up.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna have the shoes. Like I'm gonna have GQ do it, because GQ do it. So I had the shoes right there, boom. Then I'm gonna have my, what I'm saying, I have my Kobe jersey right there. So I might do it, and I'm gonna put it in my weight room. I might have a weight room built at the crib. Might have it like in the center or something, and then it just like it's like. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't tell me that, man. You gotta let me know when you're ready for that design.
Oh, yeah. We get it right. You know what I'm saying? Got all the nice little sponsor helps.
Sorinex. We're out here. Sorinex. Gotta get right Slay, right? A true Kobe mentality would be when you set that up, leave a space for the second ring.
Oh, yeah. I'm going second for sure. There's always space.
You can do it, man. Look at your story.
I know.
The greatness around you, man. You're blessed. You're favored. You're like...
Favorite. I am.
You are. So.
I am. I thank you.
Slay, big play Slay, Super Bowl winning champ. Shout out to, man, it's just a great episode. I'm just thinking about everything, like just the years we've been together and just the fruition of it and just your humbleness. We got to get you on the Congo subs. You don't take subs, but you like fruit punch. I got a little.
We go ahead and get
I'm going to close it out on the tequila by myself again.
Oh, yeah.
Anything else you want to say to the peeps or the fans of Philly?
Kobe the GOAT.
Okay, before we end this slide real quick. Paul George, you need to get yourself right.
He will.
Holler at your boy.
He will.
Come over to Houston.
He will get himself right.
You got to get his right.
He'll get right.
Second thing, Michael, LeBron, Kobe. You think Kobe's better than everybody?
Kobe the GOAT.
Over Michael.
I ain't watched Michael, so yeah.
Okay, I got LeBron, and you ain't going to change my mind. However, I do got my podcast shoes. If you notice, I only wear these on my Sundays. They're Sunday Whites Lakers. Slay, thank you very much. We got Congo subs, dubs, a lot of dub segments. Pantalones Tequila, they're sending us more. Dwight Manfredi.
Why don't you try sticking your head up your ass?
Daily Dose.
Ooh.
Big play Slay.
Appreciate
Love
you,
you, man. I
dog.
appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
bro. I appreciate you.
Jesus.
Turn my headphones up. Louder.